Welcome everyone to GenX Living Life. I'm Penny.
I'm Maggie.
And today we're going to talk about Thanksgiving, and it's, that time of year where we start to buy things for Christmas, and there's Black Friday and things like that. And we're going to talk about things that will help us get us through this very intense time of the year. It's always very stressful.
It is a budget buster.
Yes. Yeah. We
Big
just have
time.
to plan ahead. What do you do every year?
About, I would say, maybe 20 years ago, I created a little written procedure for the holidays, particularly for Thanksgiving, because I do the cooking at home. And along with your regular groceries, then there's the special grocery list where you buy the turkey and the stuffing and the potatoes and the gravy and all the things that go with that meal. Just that one meal is almost as much as it costs to have your week's worth of groceries.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
pretty expensive.
It is expensive, yeah.
Yeah, when you're hosting your family and then relatives from the outside and that kind of stuff, you want to have enough, be sure that you have enough food and maybe a little bit left over. So I had to create, and this was changeable every year. I would review it every year. I would have a grocery list already set up so that way I knew what it was. And I would have the procedures on the day of cooking because you have to have a strategy on how to cook that meal because the turkey and the ham, I did both. I do both.
Wow.
Yeah, because not everybody likes turkey and not everybody likes ham. And so I have to do both.
You got to please everybody.
That's the day I got to please everybody. So I have a procedure on when things go into the oven and that sort of thing and planning ahead and sort of making a timeline.
Yeah, very organized.
It has been made things so much helpful for me because otherwise I'm just like, oh, what do I do next? Oh, I forgot to make the gravy. Oh, I forgot to do this or whatever. Yeah. So there you have a procedure and a checklist to do that. And I created that and it has been immensely helpful. And also it helps to know how much things cost. So that way you have an idea.
Your budget.
Your budget.
Manage your budget.
What it is.
Yeah. I'm sure like 99-cent store and dollar store helps a lot in these situations.
They sure do. Food, and another thing that's also been helpful was to buy, instead of buying it in one grocery trip, you would just do a little bit at a time. Start in October and the things start coming on the shelves, buy your stuffing.
Like Halloween, it starts coming on there. Start buying the non-perishables, things like that.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. So, start buying the stuffing and the gravy. The first thing, start buying the turkey, if they already have them out, and go ahead and have them in the freezer. Start buying, little by little by little. So that way there's not so much there. Just buy a little extra of whatever you need for that. That is another way to keep it to where you're not losing control and going broke.
Losing your mind too, right?
Right.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
Another thing that was part of the planning, do you remember the Christmas Club accounts?
I do.
On savings?
Yeah.
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 You'd put a little bit every paycheck. And that way at the end of the year, by November, you would have a nice bunch of money so you can go Christmas shopping.
Right.
And that way you don't have to go and put it on a credit card or anything. I don't know if that still exists, but I created an account just for that. And I have direct deposit, put a certain amount of money every paycheck. And so that way I use that as the money for not just Thanksgiving, but I use it for all the holidays.
Yeah, that's good.
Holidays, birthdays. If I have to go to a wedding or something like that, I would use it for all of that. So that would be the repository.
Like the gift fund.
The gift fund, exactly. So all of that would be in there specifically for special occasions. So I call it the special occasion fund.
Oh, that's very smart. Yeah.
It even works for back to school.
Right. Yeah, I kind of do similar to you. I don't cook Thanksgiving dinner or anything like that. I'll just usually bring a dessert. So for me, my big thing is like cheesecake. I can make pretty decent cheesecake being from New York and all. But but yeah, usually I make more than one cheesecake. So I'll have to, manage the time on that, and, the cleaning and all that, and also cookies, things like that.
Exactly.
But then for Christmas, I'm always thinking of people year round. So when I see something that I think they'll like, I'll pick it up. I'll buy it. And so I accumulate a little pile of gifts.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Beforehand. And also I have one friend that we usually exchange gifts, and we give each other a list each year of what we want for Christmas. So let's say it's 10 things each. We pick one thing from each list to gift each other.
That's a great idea.
So
that's a good thought. Those Secret Santas are within your family if you have a tight budget. And instead of doing, gifts for your brother and his wife and their kids and your cousins and everybody, and you're like, you do a Secret Santa.
Right.
Of course the kids always get something.
Right.
That's for the adults more than anything.
Yeah.
But that is one way to save money, is to have that. And that way you get to know that person a little bit better, because now you are buying just for them.
Yeah. Definitely.
So the other thing is to lower your expectations. Think Clark Griswold from Family Vacation.
That's right.
Family Vacation. Christmas. How he was over the top on everything, trying to make the perfect Christmas that their family can remember. And it was just one disaster after another until he burnt out, and then he lost his mind. And
right.
Cussed out his boss. Like that.
That's a good movie. I'm gonna have to rewatch that again.
that is a fantastic movie. And so everything escalated, and in the end everything turned out all right, but it was so stressful for him, putting that burden on you. Don't do that, because it's the memories, it's not things. Pace yourself.
That's very true. Very true.
Yeah,
they're not going to remember really so much the gift as much as just spending the time with everyone. And that's very true.
Yeah, everybody remembers, the little old man uncle who was nasty, but he set the tree on fire, and then that's the flying squirrel. They'll remember that. They don't remember, the other things that went into it. There's certain things that everybody remembers, and I think you just take lots of pictures and have a memory. One of our traditions at home, we have Christmas Eve dinner.
Nice.
Because in the Latino households, we celebrate really on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day we also celebrate, but not the way. I'm just going to say it like this for simplicity's sake. The American depiction of it, where it's on Christmas Day, Christmas morning, we take it easy on Christmas Day in our house. And instead, we go to a nature walk and we commune with nature, because after all the holidays and all of that, now it's time to relax. And we do that in nature, and we have a nice long walk. We'll walk for a couple of hours in one of the many nature trails that we have here in Florida. And that we always remember. And then we watch Christmas movies the rest of the time.
That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
It is a lot of fun, and it's relaxing, and it doesn't cost you a thing.
Right. It's a good tradition to have.
And the boys, to this day, they're grown men, but they look forward to that still.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, very good. And you also delegate. Do you delegate your tasks to people? Like one person does this, one person does that?
Yeah, when the children were small, that was a different story. I mean, they couldn't do anything, but they did bring decorations from school, and we would put them up. So we had not the picture perfect Christmas decorations, but we decorated, and everybody participated. And we would make cookies and that kind of thing. And we had everybody participate, so somebody would stir, somebody would, roll the cookie somebody,
Oh, that's
that kind of thing.
nice.
Yeah,
That's fun.
and then we would, bag them up, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So that way everybody had fun. Um,
So after Thanksgiving, it's all said and done, and then there's Black Friday. How do you feel about Black Friday? Is it a scam? Is it, a good time to buy things? How does it work for you?
I used to think that. I went to Black Friday one time to get all the deals, and the chaos was beyond my
Chaos
imagination.
is not worth it at all.
It's not worth it. And not only that, but they have the early birds where you had to go and stand in line outside after
Oh
Thanksgiving,
no, that's
early,
terrible.
early, early in the morning. We're
Yeah,
talking 5 or 6
it's
a.m.
terrible.
And you're like, oh man. And then, of course, then you go to the line and they only had a limited amount of items.
Hmm.
And the ones that you wanted, by the time you got in there, you're just, I
Yeah.
don't know, there are people that thrive on it.
Hmm.
And that is fine. There are people that wait all year for that.
Yeah.
More power to you, people.
If you
More
have the
power to you.
stamina and the energy and the time.
That ain't for me. That
Right.
ain't for me.
Yeah.
And so Black Friday, back in the days before we can order things online, I was just like, you can
Yeah.
keep it. And I sure didn't agree when they were opening up
Yeah.
stores
I,
Thanksgiving
I
Day.
think that's so unfair to people that work in those stores, and also people I remember were getting trampled running into
Yeah,
the stores. Is it worth it, really? Trampling people? Wow. I
trampling
mean,
people, fights.
yeah, yeah.
Remember Elmo?
Mhm. And the
Tickle Me
cabbage
Elmo?
cabbage patch dolls.
The Cabbage Patch doll. I mean, the fights for a toy.
I was like, wow. Or like
Eh,
I think one little girl, she had in her hands and an adult snatched something out of her hands. It was like, wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that brings out the worst in
Yeah, and
people.
that's not the holiday spirit at all.
No, it's not. It's horrible. It's like Gladiator.
Yeah. Right. Right. Oh my
Well,
god.
like, oh heck no, you can keep this.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I think online is better, but then the people that work, in the warehouses, they have it rough too. There's no good way of, if they're gonna have a sale, people are gonna buy. You
People,
can't.
that's the market.
That's just the
You know,
way it
that
is. Yeah.
that's the nature of the beast,
Hmm.
really. They've got that peak time. That's what they call peak,
Hmm.
in all those places, and that's all those places, Amazon,
Yeah.
UPS, FedEx, uh, all those
Delivery
places that
places. Yeah.
delivery.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's that's the way it
Yeah, I
is.
mean, they
That's the
hire
life.
people for the holiday rush, but then after that, then they're kind of let go, so I mean, it's good for the time being, but yeah,
Mhm. Yeah,
that's
to make a
another.
little extra money,
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's all good though.
but yeah, it's that's basically in a nutshell. Just have a plan, set aside a little bit of money every paycheck, all year long. Create a little guide for yourself,
Hmm.
and don't stress out about the holidays and trying to make it perfect. It'll be good. It'll work
Hmm.
out. Um, Remember experiences over things. And Black Friday, if it's for you, good for
Go
you.
for it. Take
If it's
extra
like,
vitamins and stuff.
yeah, if it's not, stay home.
Seriously, I never did Black Friday. My brother has, and he's gotten good deals, but
Mhm.
I'm not
Yeah.
ready to camp out overnight. Yeah.
Frankly, I think you have to, if you're a Black Friday type of person, I'm sure if you're successful at it, you have a strategy,
Hmm.
especially if you've done it every year.
Hmm.
But I personally, it's not for me. I can't be bothered with it. I did it once and I'm like, okay, I can live the rest of my life never having to do
Right.
this again and not mind it one
Yeah,
bit.
right. You're not missing much.
How about you guys? How do you plan for low stress holidays? Leave us, your story down in the comments below. And thank you for joining us and happy holidays to you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.